The phone buzzed against the kitchen counter, cutting through the silence of the empty house. Lydia Moore looked up from her glass of wine. Tom calling, the screen flashed. For a long moment, she just stared at it, that familiar name glowing in the dark, her ex-husband. It had been 6 months since their divorce was finalized, a year since she'd last seen him in person. Her thumb hovered above the screen. She didn't answer. She let it ring. Once, twice, 5 times. Then silence. She sighed, muttered to herself, "Not tonight, Tom," and turned the phone face down. Outside, wind howled against the windows. A winter storm was rolling in. Lydia walked around her kitchen, picking up the same old mug, the same unopened mail, the same stack of photographs she couldn't bring herself to throw away. Tom was in most of them, smiling, unaware. Their marriage hadn't ended suddenly, it had eroded. 20 years of small arguments, disappointments, words said in anger that left bruises no one could see. She poured another glass. The wine didn't help much. It only made the silence heavier. Somewhere in that silence, she thought she heard the faint echo of her phone buzzing again, but when she checked, there was nothing, just a missed call. 11:42 p.m. They had met young Lydia, a bright college girl, Tom, a truck driver who always smelled like diesel and rain. He used to call her Sunshine. She used to laugh at his corny jokes. But over the years, life pressed down on them, bills, kids, exhaustion. The laughter faded first, the kindness followed. Lydia remembered their last fight 6 months ago. He had shown up late to their son's birthday. She had yelled, "You always show up too late, Tom, always." He just stood there, eyes tired, and said quietly, "Maybe one day, I won't show up at all." Then he left, and she let him go. The next morning, Lydia woke to a gray light bleeding through the curtains. Her phone was still on the counter, screen black. When she picked it up, there was a notification, one new voicemail. She pressed play. "Lydia, hey, it's me." His voice was rough, shaky, like he'd been crying. "I was driving all night and thinking about us, about how stupid I was. You didn't deserve any of it." There was a pause, the sound of wind rushing past the truck windows. "I just wanted to hear your voice again. That's all. I'm sorry, Lydia. I really am. Be happy, okay?" Then static. Then nothing. Lydia sat frozen. Her stomach dropped, her chest tightened until breathing hurt. She replayed the message once, twice, listening to the tremor in his voice, the way he said her name like it still meant something. Then she noticed the timestamp. 11:43 p.m. Just 1 minute after the missed call. At 9 a.m., Lydia was in her car, radio playing low as she drove to work. The DJ's voice broke through the soft hum of static. Authorities confirm a fatal accident on Route 19 late last night. A truck lost control in the snow and crashed into the guardrail. She gripped the steering wheel tighter. Her body went cold. She didn't hear the rest, but she didn't have to. Tom always drove Route 19. She pulled over, shaking, dialing his number again and again, but each time it went straight to voicemail. Finally, a stranger's voice answered, "This is Officer Daniels. Ma'am, are you family?" That afternoon, Lydia drove to the impound lot where the wrecked truck sat under a thin blanket of snow. The front was crumpled, windshield shattered, headlights dark. The officer handed her a small evidence bag. Inside was Tom's phone, screen cracked but still faintly lit. Last outgoing call? Lydia, 11:42 p.m. She took the phone home and placed it on the kitchen table. Her own phone sat beside it. 2 screens, 2 missed chances. A bridge that would never be crossed. Days passed, but the voicemail kept replaying in her head. She cleaned the house, folded laundry, turned on the TV, but every silence was filled with his voice. "Be happy, okay?" She stopped answering calls, stopped going out. The world shrank to the size of her kitchen and the sound of her phone vibrating in her imagination. One evening, she poured herself another glass of wine and sat at the table, just like that night. She opened her voicemail again and listened. Tears rolled down, silent and endless. Then, softly, she whispered into the empty room, "I forgive you, Tom. I just wish I'd told you sooner." The wind outside howled like it had that night. Her reflection in the window looked older, softer, like she'd finally let go. Weeks later, Lydia finally changed her voicemail greeting. "Hi, this is Lydia. Sorry I missed your call." She stopped, smiled sadly, and added, "But I'm listening now." Outside, the snow had melted. Inside, the phone on her counter was quiet, but this time, the silence didn't hurt.